we all know I love talking about marketing, and Wayne in this conversation talks about how their family relationships and social media are used to parlay those two things together and establish business and reputation in the community. So check out this conversation with Wayne about how he markets his company. The last segment we'll go into before we wrap up is marketing. That's my favorite thing to do. It's what I do at Arena.
Jared, you never want to talk about marketing.
Yeah. I believe that every business has to have several different ways that they do market, right? You got to bring awareness to your organization first, and then you've got to also have a way of actually building relationships within the people that you get in touch with and the leads you generate. So, you have the cold callers, you have the Zillow leads, you have the social media marketing, you have the relationship base, sit down with somebody and get to know them a little bit. So let's talk a little bit about how you guys market and how you encourage your agents to market at your firm.
Okay. We encourage agents to use Facebook. It's free, and people watch videos. I can't tell
Amen, they do.
How many videos I'll put, and I'll look at how many views and shares and likes and comments, whatever. And I always joke with Stephanie, I'm like, they're watching my videos. I said, I know what I look like.
Yeah.
And people still watch the videos.
Wait, what did you call yourself earlier?
That's
candy?
true. As Lauren pointed out, Stephanie is the brains, and I'm the eye candy of the organization.
Yeah.
But
Watch out, Facebook.
Watch out, Facebook.
Bless
but
you,
no,
Stephanie.
marketing and Facebook is a great tool. Instagram is great. Now that you can kind of change the length of your videos, I know Instagram you can only do shorter videos. Now you can go a little longer. But people watch videos. People are always on social media, constantly on their phones. You got to use it. And realtors that don't use it, it just blows me away. I mean, every listing I have, I will do a personal video tour, talk about the house, and people like that. They watch it. They actually get to see what the house looks like, where in a lot of things, people use these images. You walk into a house, you're like, wow, this room's only 6x6. It looked like 12x12 in the pictures.
Right.
Because things are Photoshopped. They edit it, whatever. But in a video, you can see exactly what it looks like.
I love listing
the person
videos.
walking through.
Yeah.
I love doing it. And I've talked to some agents, and I'll ask them, I said, how come you're not doing videos? How come you're not, talking about yourself? I'm not saying do videos constantly. If you're not comfortable, you got to do them sometimes. Let people know who you are. And there are so many people that are like, oh, I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I sound. I said, well, I do them, and I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I sound.
Same.
But I do it all the time.
I hate it. I just don't look at them. And I think the biggest thing for realization that I had very early on, because they were pushing, and I see the value in it. So I knew I was going to commit to do it for Arena, but people are going to watch it for 30 seconds. And then guess what? They're not watching it again.
Right.
And then they're on to the next one. So you're either in the mix, they're not going to focus on it, they're not going to pay attention to the details that you're paying attention to. And at the end of the day, are you showing up to be attractive or sound good, or are you showing up to educate and add value?
That's it.
I'm hoping to educate and add value. So if I can help solve your problem, that's what I'm doing. I'm not here to look cute. One day, if I do, if there's procedures that can happen, then fine, right? But right now, I got my roots out, a little bit of gray, and we're going to add some value.
I got mine out, a little bit of clear.
That's right.
But I don't mind doing them. But I guess I've always, tapping back to, I was a teacher for 20 years. So I was always in front of a group, in front of an audience, per se. So I don't mind doing that.
That's
I can
true.
see where some people don't like doing it, but you just got to get over that. And now with the glory of you can video it. If you don't like it, redo it.
Yeah.
Well, in our little company, they call me One Take Wayne, because I do it all in one take. Unless I drop a word that I shouldn't.
Right.
Because people want to see something that's natural. They do.
Genuine.
Yeah.
If something is scripted, it just comes across so
It's
fake.
cheesy.
It does. So if I stumble a little bit or whatever, I'm like, that's fine. It's natural.
Yeah.
I want it to be that way. And I want people to see and kind of get to know me a little bit in my videos, because people want to work with people they know or feel comfortable with.
Yep. No like and trust.
I don't know. So, and social media is just, it's huge. And it's a great
easy.
tool to get yourself out there.
Yeah.
I think
And
you're
front of
already
potential
leading
clients.
because you're the broker that's doing it yourself. So you're already leading them in the right direction. But how are you helping rip the Band-Aid off for them? Because I think that's what Jared and I run into, right? How many times we just get people in here one time to show them that it's possible because they're afraid to get in front of the camera.
Yeah. 100%.
Then they can do it.
I tell people, kind of in the same vein that you're talking, I always tell people that your goal for social media, if you're really using it to grow your business, is to scare off as many people who don't want to see your stuff as possible. If you have 10,000 followers, but 8,000 of them don't like what you're posting, or they don't want to know what you're doing with your business, post until they go away. So now you only have the 2,000 people that want to hear what you have to say and want to buy your product or buy your service. And then you know exactly who you can go talk to. But when you have 10,000, 15,000 people that you're just spying on or want to know what's going on with their lives, and you're not using it
Spying's
in a
a strong word, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But if you can have just the people that you want to be in front of following you on social media and hearing what you have to say and knowing that they want to hear what you have to say and they're listening to what you're saying, then you can be more direct about what you're saying and you know who to market to. So I tell
good
people,
tip.
I encourage people to scare as many people off as you can.
Well, and if you're an agent that doesn't really know how to use social media, there are so many free classes, clinics, things you can go to, and they'll give you great tips to get you started, get your feet wet. But you got to do it. I mean, it doesn't matter what your business is, real estate, title company, car sales, that doesn't matter. You got to use social media. It's a great platform. It really is.
And they can ask Abby. Y'all can have like a little hashtag.
There you go. Ask Abby.
Ask Abby. She'll get you an answer.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and you know, obviously we own Lettuce Media, and we always encourage people to do more video listing videos. I mean, they're great, and like you said, there's so many ways to do it too. You can be the one that holds the camera up to their face and walks it around the house, the one that just shows the house and does the voiceover, or don't do the voiceover at all. Just have somebody go in the house and video the house and put it on the internet. But you got to be using social media to
Put
post
a little
it.
music in the background, something. You want to get people talking, get people watching. And I've seen some people that are great at it. I don't want to throw out names up there, but there's a guy out there. He does informative and funny videos. And that's kind of, I think, a great niche. Because you want to, if you can entertain and add value and give information.
It's a win.
It's a win-win.
And if you want to do both those things, call Lettuce Media.